It's Morphin time. No, I do not own any of the rights to that song at all because it belongs to Saban Brands. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, folks, the wait is over. It just came out on my birthday, March 24th, 2017, and I am officially 25 years old. I went to go see it yesterday with my brothers and my sister-in-law, and it was the best birthday I ever had in my entire life. And I gotta say is, Power Rangers was more phenomenal. I love it. My brothers and my sister-in-law, they liked it. They don't love it, but they like it. But hey, nothing more I can say more about their opinions, but hey, they don't love it as much as I do, but nevertheless, they enjoy the movie, which is all that matters. So anyway, let's talk about this movie. Power Rangers tells the origin story of 5 teenagers with attitude: Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, and Zach, as the Red Power Ranger, the Pink Power Ranger, the Blue Power Ranger, the Yellow Power Ranger, and the Black Power Ranger, as they stumble across some power coins as they get these civilian powers, and then of course Rita Repulsa comes in to destroy Earth, and as these Rangers must learn to come together in order to save Angel Grove as they become Power Rangers. And I'm not going to spoil anything of this movie because you have to see this movie. I've been waiting to see this movie since it was first announced back in 2014, and I think you're going to love this movie. If not, that's okay. I mean, you're welcome to disagree with me. Not anyone is going to like this movie. And I know there's people out there who are not really big fans of the franchise. And that's fine, because I am a Power Ranger fan. I mean, hey, I have the Morpher, and I'm wearing this shirt. And no, I did not wear that shirt when I went to go to the movie. So instead I wore some shirt that has the color of red. So... But anyway, I don't want to go into detail about what clothes that I wear yesterday. But anyway, how was the movie? Well, like I said, it was awesome. It was definitely one of the best movies I've seen in 2017. However, I will say, it does have some flaws. I will admit, it does have some flaws, but nevertheless, I really love this movie. So anyway, let's talk about the good stuff. The cast. First off, the Power Rangers. Dacre Montgomery, Ludi Land, R.J. Kyler, Becky Gomez, Naomi Scott. These cats really are teenagers with attitude. They are flawed human teenagers. They come together and you really relate to them. You feel them. You feel sorry for them, which I can say many things about what's so great about these kids, because these aren't your goody goods as they were in the show, which, don't get me wrong, I like what they were in the show. They're really good, but I think it's definitely the right time that we need to go deeper with the characters, especially go deep within the mythology of the Power Rangers. So, unlike the show, where in the show, I will say, they do have some character development, but they don't go deep with it. This one, it goes deep. So we actually do get to know each of them as we learn about Jason's backstory, as well as Billy's, Kimberly's, Trini's, and Zach's. You actually go in deep with them. And I think the filmmakers did a great job to go into detail of these cats on how they were, where they come from, and how they come together as Power Rangers. So it was definitely the right time to do that. And of course, yeah, aside from that, we do get 3 big-name stars: Bryan Cranston, Elizabeth Banks, and Bill Hader. Bryan Cranston as Zordon is fantastic. He really is a wise man towards what was in the show, except he's definitely a flawed character. And really makes him a bit more three-dimensional than he was in the show. And yes, I actually do like the design of him. And he can move his head around as a wall where he can talk to each Ranger he talks to, instead of just being a giant floating head in a tube. So, I thought Bryan Cranston does a great job. That's more I can say about it. Bill Hader as Alpha. He is not sounding like the ay as he was in the show, but instead he sounds more like, well, I don't know how else I can put Alpha, but I guess to give you a simple one, he was really funny. I thought the design of him as Alpha is really good. I know many of you are probably not going to like that design, and that's okay, but to me, I like the redesign of it, as he looks more like a robot instead of just having a guy in a suit as he was in the show. I mean, come on. Remember I did that video I talked about, the second Power Rangers trailer and that All-Star trailer? It's not like you want Zordon and Alpha to look like Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen or Gord from The Day the Earth Stood Still. So I actually like the redesign of Alva, and he could do all these kinds of crazy things, and yeah, he's definitely a lot of fun to watch. And Elizabeth Banks is real Paul, so I will say she is pretty funny. She's really funny, and sometimes she can be quite menacing at the same time. I actually do like the look of her, and yes, her costume is very different from the show, but of course, her suit, which of course I know all y'all are wondering about. And you'll have to see that in the movie. And yes, I gotta say, when the way the film opens, after the landscape ends as a Bond logo, yeah, see that? My jaw like just dropped. It was awesome. Anyway, I'm not gonna continue with that. But yeah, the cast, they all did great. I think they are really natural, charismatic actors, and I really look forward to seeing what they do in future movies. Well, Bryan Cranston, Bill Hader, Banks, you know where they go. But these actors who played the Power Rangers, I look forward to seeing what they have in stores. And I thought the direction by Dean Israelite after Connor for Project Almanac does a great job. And he does seem like the guy who knows what he's doing, and he's not trying to Michael Bay this movie. And I know it's not shot like a summer blockbuster movie to make it all stylistic and put some fart jokes or burp jokes or anything like that, like Ninja Turtles, for example. And I gotta say, Dean Israelite, thank you so much. You really put a lot of care into making this movie, and I can see why you're passionate on making this movie, and you really never let me down. So, Dean Israelite, congratulations. And of course, I gotta say, if I had to pick which one I like best between this and Project Almanac, I go with this one. I like Project Almanac, but I like this one a lot more. So this is definitely, in my opinion, Dean Israelite's best film. And I thought the story is very well told. And this is definitely a very good origin story. And sure, yeah, the origin, you may have seen it a million times before, but hey. For what it is, I think it works. And I think it's definitely, if I ever said this before, definitely the right time. We had to go deeper to the story of the mythology of the Power Rangers, especially when you explore our 5 teenagers with attitude on who they are and where they come from and what issues do they have, instead of just being your goody-good as they were on the show. Again, if I said it before, then I guess I'll say it again. I like what they were in the show, but they don't go deep with it, so why not? And I thought the effects are really good. The CGI is fantastic. I'm glad this movie actually did have a budget, and it looks a lot better than they were in the 1995 movie, which they weren't that good. I mean, in the 1995 movie, they were probably good at the time, but when you look at it, they don't age well. And of course, yeah, the design of the Ranger suits, sure, some people might compare it to Iron Man or the Guyver or whatever, but to me, I really love the suits. I actually do think they look very good in motion. I do like how they are, and none more I can say, but hey, at least it's not spandex. I mean, it worked for the TV show, but for the movie, I think it's definitely the right time you have to update it. And I thought the action is really good. Sure, yeah, there are some parts where it's shot handheld, but thankfully I could totally see what's going on. So it's not all shaky cam. You have to, like, I'm moving my hand around, like you have no idea what's going on. So at least I can see what is going on. So it's definitely well shot. And I thought Brian Towers' music is very good. It sounds a bit more sci-fi-ish, but hey, it works. So why not have some sci-fi elements in a Power Ranger movie? And I thought the coming-of-age style works pretty well as well. And even when I'm watching this movie, I love the idea of this film where you have these kids need to learn to work together as a team, which definitely does add to the heart of the movie. And the movie really does have a heart, more so than Teen Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay ones, because those films, they have no heart. This one at least tries to have a heart. And I give him that. And this is more of a character-driven film than just action. And that's what I want. I want this to be more about characters instead of just action. Now, don't get me wrong. I love action movies, and I do want action in Power Rangers, but I'm happy they went with this direction. I'm glad they're just setting up with the characters so we can know who they are before we set up for any more for future sequels or whatnot. So, of course, yeah, there's a talks of making 5 sequels, so that, I mean, this is going to be a 6-chapter storyline for Power Rangers. And the humor is really funny. And thank goodness there's no burp jokes or fart jokes or any of that. It doesn't have your typical Michael Bay humor that you've seen before. I mean, the Transformers movies, sometimes their humors work and sometimes it doesn't work at all. And of course, I'm going to say this, if you're expecting this movie to have a lot of action in this movie, you probably are not going to like it, because this one isn't like the Transformers movies. I mean, well, I don't know how you put this, but sure, when you look at the sword themselves, they may look like Transformers, but nevertheless, I actually do appreciate what they are as they add to the whole alien theme in it. And, yeah, I mean, that's all the good I can say about this movie. Now, any negativities? Okay, first off, I will say, let's talk about Goldar. 50% of me is the design of him looks really good. I read details about why they went this kind of direction, and I will say it's an interesting design and how the filmmakers were intent to make Goldar different from the show. While the other thing I'm not happy about him is I kind of wish he had a bit more of a personality. I mean, sure, yeah, he's intimidating than he was in the show, but I wouldn't mind if you actually give him a backstory and all that. But hey, I guess we only need one villain, that's Rita Repulsa, and maybe it's probably for the better. You know, it would have been better if Goldar had a backstory, but it is what it is. So, half of me said Goldar's good, and the other half of me said it's bad. And of course, well, as much as I'm happy we got some character development for the teenagers, you know, our 5 main characters, but mostly when I was watching this movie, it was more about Jason, Billy, and Kimberly, which, of course, I could totally see that. And for Trini and Zach, you get some development in them, but they don't go into it that much at all. But nevertheless, I was fine for what it is, but I kind of wish there's a bit more to it. And, yeah, so there's not much I can say about it because I can't spoil anything about this movie because you have to see this movie. It is a fantastic movie. I laughed, I cried, and definitely is a loving tribute to Power Rangers. So if you love Power Rangers, then you're definitely going to love this new take on it. If you're not a fan of Power Rangers and don't think it's going to be that good, then that's fine. It's really up to y'all. You're welcome to disagree to everyone else. And no one's changing their mind, and I'm not changing my mind either. So, we agree to disagree. So, for Power Rangers, I gotta say it's a more phenomenal experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing these sequels. And I'm giving Power Rangers an A. So, yeah, it's not a flawless movie, and I wish it was if I give it an A+, but an A seems good enough for me. So, I really love Power Rangers. So, all I can say is, thank you, cast, for putting your all on giving y'all the best performance you can give. Thank you, Dean Israelite, as well as the crew, the special effects team. Thank you, Saban, and thank you, Lionsgate, for making the best movie you can make. I really love this movie. So, yeah, so that's my thoughts on Power Rangers. What do you think of this video? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Feel free to put your comments down below, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And just to let you know, I have not reviewed Twister yet, but sooner or later I will. Because I have to get this one on my way, but now later on I'm going to do it. So, sorry about the holdup, but sometimes I may have other thoughts to do besides reviewing Twister. So anyway, thank you for watching, take care, and may the power protect you.